Former President Donald J. Trump goes anti-Jewish in his rhetoric, and in another story, he also admits it was him that ordered people to do the illegal things to overturn the election. Let's go down. Put it up for a mass. What you see here is a Truth Social post. Trump decides to attack the Jewish community amid the celebration of Rosh Hashanah. He contextualizes this as liberal Jews, but I'm going to explain why he did so. He says, and I quote, just a quick reminder, for liberal Jews who voted to destroy America and Israel because you believed false narratives. Let's hope you learn from your mistake and make better choices moving forward. Happy New Year. And then he provides all of his so-called accomplishments for the Jewish community, okay? Now, I want you to keep that graphic up because there are some who will say, well, he's only talking about liberal Jews. Really? Number one, why would that make a difference? Because I guarantee you, if Kanye West would have said something like this and contextualized it as liberal Jews, he would be called anti-Semitic. I disagree with the comments of Kanye West, just like I disagree with the comments of Donald Trump. Kanye West and others provided contextualization that I thought should fall on deaf ears. So should this contextualization about them being liberal. There's another dynamic that's quite interesting. In addition to him basically trying to shame members of the Jewish community to vote for him, he's trying to create this monolithic political class. Let me put it another way. What's to stop him from saying black liberals and then whatever else he wants to say? Do you see my point? Let's go down the rabbit hole. The former president also admitted to something. The former president said he did not listen. He did not listen to his attorneys who told him he had lost the election because he did not respect them. That's what he said. We have the video, here it is.
He did also take some degree of credit, ownership for what's happening. Let's play that soundbite now.
Were you listening to your lawyer's advice or were you listening to your own instincts?
I was listening to different people, and when I added it all up, the election was rigged.
Were you calling the shots, though, Mr. President, ultimately?
As to whether or not I believed it was rigged, oh, sure. It was my decision.
Yeah, it was his decision, all right? Okay, prosecutors put forward several examples of Trump being told by his aides that fraud claims he was promoting were false. The indictment cites instances where Trump was informed that his claims were false by then Vice President Mike Pence, the director of national intelligence, senior members of the Justice Department, the Department of Homeland Security, Cyber Security and Infrastructure Security Agency, his own staffers, state lawmakers, as well as state and federal courts. But the defendant disseminated them anyway to make his knowingly false claims appear legitimate, create an intense atmosphere of mistrust and anger, and erode public faith in the administration of the election, the indictment reads. Now, I will say this, if that's all the prosecution has, good luck. But I think they have more. While we're talking about how he felt, what he believed, who he trusted, who he did not trust, did he listen to a small voice on the inside of his mind, or did he flip a coin? It doesn't matter. Did he try to order the United States military to take away voting ballots, voting machines? Did he try to utilize his intelligence apparatus in order to overturn the election? Did he attempt to coerce other state officials to do the same? This goes beyond the arena of thought into the arena of action. Those are the things that will define his fate in court. All right, Jackson, thoughts here.
Yeah, how funny is it that a man who says 2 Corinthians instead of 2 Corinthians
Right.
is making a statement about anything to do with religion or traditional doctrine or spirituality or whatever? But Donald Trump has uniquely crafted, well, I don't know if it's unique, but he's crafted his brand in such a way that it's so built on hate that if he says this stuff about Jews, well, you already know there's a big portion of the base that really doesn't mind and in fact really likes it. And he's fully aware of this. But the bigger issue with Donald Trump is that ultimately all he's doing is freaking out and trying desperately not to go to prison. So when he's in these interviews saying, yeah, basically it was all up to me and I didn't listen to this person because I just thought I won. Well, not only that, but we also have him on tape on being recorded saying, find exactly this many votes, or look at my nuclear documents that I'm not supposed to have. Like.
Right.
It doesn't matter how you look at it. Like this, he's caught dead to rights. If it was anybody else, it would be over and done with. But I'm just really curious to see how this ends, because you got 91 federal charges against you, and every day you're making a complete clown of yourself. So but somehow Joe Biden's tied with him. So there's that.
Right, exactly. There's that, and military soldiers in their early 20s have been prosecuted for much less. And
Right.
they've said, listen, I was unaware that the top secret document was in the back of my vehicle. It doesn't matter. You're getting prosecuted, period. Right?